In 1962, Harry Mundy, who was the original designer of the Coventry Climax engine, was asked by Colin Chapman to develop a twin-cam version of the Ford Kent engine. This engine is a 1499cc 5-bearing unit, and work centered on this unit, which was destined for the Lotus Elan and the amazing Lotus Cortina. When the Lotus Cortina arrived on the scene, it beat everything in its class and beyond. Perhaps the only car that beat it on a regular basis was the 7-litre Ford Galaxy, over 4 times its cubic capacity. Whether driven in the red and gold of Allen Mann Racing by Henry Mann, or in the Old English white and green by world champion Jim Clark, they were absolutely unbeatable. However, this engine had a narrow power band and was not very tractable for road use when coupled with the close ratio gearbox that it had. These engines are becoming jewels now. As time goes on, there are less and less of them. And to make them more tractable, one company has been concentrating on this work for a number of years, and the answer lies in the porting of these engines. This company is Omnitech Engineering of Bellingham, Washington. And the founder and owner of this company is John McCoy.
I was restoring a Lotus Cortina, and like all people doing that kind of a project, you have to find bits and pieces. And cylinder head was one of the things we were in the hunt for. And further, I complicated it by wanting to do a street race car version, which further complicates the whole thing. The cylinder head in itself, being hemispherical, leads itself to more of a horsepower motor than it does a torque band motor, and we need a wide torque band to really run in a Lotus Cortina. The fact that the Lotus Cortina was heavy further made it more complicated. After I looked at this hunk here, that both the head, Stromberg head and the Weber head was basically the same design, minus the ports. So that got me to thinking that maybe we ought to just take and weld a manifold onto a Stromberg head or something like that to come up with a Weber head. Kind of led to the discovery and that once the manifold is removed, the first 2 inches of the port are easily accessible, and that's the most critical element of the port to establish this broad band of power that we were after. We used this exact manifold on a head to step into flow bench analysis, studying the balancing of the head, which is very critical for a broadband engine.